Texas A&M 27 and Auburn 10. This was not the most aesthetically pleasing game to watch yesterday, but I have good news. You don't have to watch it. Boom, boom, boom. That is at least 3 padlock stats in this game. Get a load of this. I'm going to assume, unless you're a fan of each team, you did not watch this yesterday. Auburn was 9 of 23 for 56 yards passing. If I told you that Friday, you don't bother turning this game on. So that's the Auburn passing game yesterday. And I want you to keep in mind, okay, DJ Durkin and the Ole Miss, the A&M defense, hats off, hats off, hats off. Tyler Van Dyke threw for 374 and 5 touchdowns on the same secondary. So they can be had, just not by Auburn, which was funny. I was over on Texags Friday. Billy Lucci did not know it, but I was snooping around there. And some of you guys were a little bit concerned with what Hugh Freeze and Auburn would do to your secondary. Did you guys not know they didn't have a single receiver over 200 yards so far this year? I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. And apparently DJ Durkin didn't either, because he said, someone's going to get me this year, but Hugh Freeze? Nah. Here is the second padlock stat from this game. A&M got 7 sacks on Auburn. They got 15 tackles for loss. That's their most since 2017 in a game. Oh, padlock stat number 3, this poor paper. A&M's defense forced a punt or a turnover on downs on 10 of 11 drives for Auburn. And the bloody truth of it all is on the screen right now, or was if you're watching on YouTube. So Connor Wegman, in the midst of all this, Connor Wegman at quarterback goes down for A&M, and Max Johnson came in, and they were fine. They were fine. Johnson was 7 of 11, 123 through the air, threw for 2 touchdowns. And you know what? I think that's going to get glossed over nationally. Johnson didn't hit the portal, and A&M didn't have to panic as a result. And you know what? Because A&M was favored and because they won, most people don't even know Wigman got hurt yesterday. And it looks like he's going to be okay. I'm waiting for, more official word out of College Station. It looks like he's going to be okay. But just think about that now. Because if he goes down and Auburn wins this game yesterday, no one forgives them just because their quarterback went down. You would have had a bunch of folks sitting on the front porch yelling, well, that's why you recruit depth. That's why you got to have a second-string quarterback worth the flip. Well, they do. And therefore, you didn't even know he went down because most of you, be real with yourselves, you didn't watch this game. You just saw the final score. Credit Texas A&M for being prepared, not panicking. Defense took care of business. Auburn's defense can keep them around in games. Like, Auburn's defense is not the problem here, but they got a couple of decisions to make at Auburn. Number one, they got to make a decision on quarterback, because I'm kind of ready to say Peyton Thorne's not it, or not exclusively it, and I don't know that Robbie Ashford is. I don't know that the other kid is. I don't know that. Just know, man, you still got a long, long road ahead of you in SEC play. And the other thing is, it was kind of curious listening to Hugh Freeze in the postgame question play calling. And I wonder, because they got Georgia coming up this week. So I wonder, you know my theory on this. You know my theory that when everything seems to go wrong with a team whose head coach specializes on the side of the ball that it went wrong on, they're very dangerous the next week. Because what happens is sometimes they'll just turn everything upside down. And sometimes you'll have a quarterback change out of the blue. You'll have a lot of schematic change. You'll have play calling change. And that is throwing stuff against a wall. Sometimes it sticks, though. And all of a sudden, you got a totally different version of that team. And Georgia's like a 17-point favorite next week. And all of a sudden, it's just, well, this team was lifeless against A&M. Now it's a dogfight against Georgia. You know that happens all the time. So I expect a lot of shuffling on the plains this week. We'll see what it means.